Okay, what's new? We have all read the article in last week's Globe and Mail on the prevalence of lying in our society. Now, tell the truth. You did read the article, right? You're not lying.
Yes,
you read
I did.
Yes, I read the article.
Yes, Denise. I'm noticing your body language.
You know what? There is a TV show where the detective solves the mystery by telling that people are lying to him or not.
Yep,
Well, there are visual cues when people lie, and we all have them. My visual cues, no, mine are really bad. And as a kid, I mean, I could not lie.
We are going to write these down.
It was so easy. It was so easy. Like you kind of get that little smirk when you lie. It's
smirk.
The smirk. Yeah,
smirk.
When I would try and tell a lie as a kid, I would it got to the point where it was just ridiculous because it was so obvious that I was telling a lie. So you have to find other ways.
I'm gonna look for
We're
that.
going to watch for the smirk. On Denise.
Well, what's interesting about this article that we found in the Globe and Mail, it's written by Robert Feldman, who writes on the psychology of deception. So the book is The Liar in Your Life, lying, the way to truthful relationships. So he basically says that lying is something we do all the time, unthinkingly, which means always. And so he did a test and research, and he put two acquaintances together, and he said that they would lie 3 and sometimes 12 times as they were talking about themselves to make themselves feel better.
You know, as shocking as those stats are, one of the tests, one of the surveys, the average was twice a day that someone lied. But Numbers 23:19, it says, God is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should change his mind. It's almost as if God is saying, look, I know your natural bent propensity is to lie. I'm not like you, man.
Right.
I don't lie.
I'm, and there's an interesting thing is, I think all of us are guilty of lying, first of all. And some of us would be surprised at, that even just stretching the truth, exaggerating, that's lying. And and I think we can exaggerate things. We can try and make things bigger than they are. We spin things. We live in a spin culture, and that's still deception.
But the people have said it's okay, especially in some workforces. They said it's just called massaging the truth. We need to get the client. We need to make some money. So of course we'll say anything that we can to entice and to lure. Yeah, social lubricant is what they call it. So I mean, it's one of these things where you go, is this something systemic now within our culture that it's acceptable to even do a little white lie?
I think, as Moira said, it is symptomatic of our natural sinful man. I mean, we're all born imperfect. And it's just pointing the spotlight on us to say, yes, just remind you, yes, you are not perfect. You are in need of a higher power to come and help you to get away from that bent towards deception or lying or whatever.
But what about lying to save someone's feelings or to protect somebody? What about those situations?
No,
of lying?
honey, I was just working late at the office.
Now that's a different. That's
But we're talking
different.
protecting.
Or like I'm talking about those jeans don't make you look fat.
Yeah, exactly. That looks great on you.
You're protecting somebody when someone asks you a question and you don't want to tell them the truth because it might hurt their feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the one that they use an example like, even though Grandma gave you a present, don't tell her it blows, that you don't like it. Be nice, So you're already teaching. Sorry, any grandmas that are watching. What I'm trying to say though is already even within our children, he was, in this report, it's saying we've taught them these subtle little lies to protect feelings.
Well, kids also have no filter, and they can really say some embarrassing things because they tell the truth.
Right.
Back to the workplace. I worked in a place many years ago, nobody will guess where this is, where the normal mode of conversation was sarcasm. And I've never forgotten that because there was no foundation in truth, and everybody was laughing ha-ha at all these little witticisms, what you would see though was the flash across the eyes. Did she mean that? Did he mean that? Is that true? Is that what they really think of me? And that is I just think that's a very insidious and destructive form of communication. It's insincere. And in some cases it was reflecting what people thought. But the whole climate was untrue.
I think, well, even King David said it in the book of Psalms, search me, O God, know my hearts, know my thoughts, know my motives. I think if we come to God every day and say, okay, God, I know I'm going to blow it today without your help. Help me to get through today, you know, speaking your words of truth. We got to come to that foundational beginning every single day. And I think then we're on the track of having strength to do the right thing.
And it's a heart issue. And I think exactly, we come to God and say, change my heart.
Right.
Well, because God knows who you are, right? And so should other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And He is the truth.